Hello, welcome back. Debate, feedback. Okay, I'm going to make this as blunt as I can. Definitions cost you the entire quiz. I'm going to say this right now. Everything onwards from the first, second, and third speaker had no merit to it because definitions were lost. And I'll tell you why. Number one, when government first speaker said that the definitions of merit was having quality, that automatically won them the case because you didn't point it out. Because your entire case line was that AI provided zero qualities that a human could provide in order to create a better story. You said in your first speaker's speech on how top-selling books are made by humans because AI lacks something. AI lacks the human emotion. AI doesn't have creative liberty. Government's entire response to that was they are not forcing AI to 100% write the books. And because nobody on side opposition challenged that, I will have to give the win to them, saying that straight away. And that is the reason why. Now I'll move on to by speaker. Okay, Anjali, first speaker, look at me. Number one, please remember your definitions. Not all of your teammates are going to be as nice as these two, who will remind you to have your definitions. They're the thing that won you today's debate, so be very lucky, alright? Next thing, don't just say things without any actual proof. Tell me where you got the 10% from.
And where did he get it?
Yeah, and where did he get it from? I want to know. Don't just say, oh, 10% of this. Okay, what study? 10% of what? It was only after Araf said that it was 10% of 23. Then only I understood where the statistic came into play. Alright? So just be more clear with where you're getting your proof from. Now, moving on. Second speaker for side government. Your rebuttals were good. I like your point about the merit is just having quality and the quality of AI reducing workload of writers. That's actually a very solid point that opposition you guys needed to point out on, but didn't. So their point still stands there. Because their entire case line was AI can still be used alongside writers. Your entire case line was AI will replace writers. You see the clash there? The only reason, not the only reason, but the main reason why they want that clash is because of the fact that they define merit as simply put having quality in something. Finally, moving on to the third speaker, you again reinforced the point on efficiency, reducing workload. It's one of your most solid points. I like the language analysis capabilities. I got it immediately what you meant by that is because as writers, we tend to have what we call a writing style, where even if the audience doesn't like it, humans are less susceptible to change. So I get what you were trying to make the point there, but I think you could make it a little bit more clearer because he had to POI you on it. So just make it a little bit more clear on that. Opposition, first speaker, no definitions. Remember your definitions. Even if it doesn't seem important, they are always important, alright? And always challenge their definitions. Don't just accept it blindly that whatever they said.
But won't the definitions be because of them?
No, it won't. Even if it's somewhat repeating, like the definitions are repeating what they said, change it in your way that supports your motion.
No, I mean like because of like I need definitions, so I need the definitions of the definitions.
No, you do not.
But what if they are asked to define the definitions?
Then sure, you can. Nobody in a debate is going to... No, okay, hold on. Nobody in a debate is going to ask you what the definition of a certain word is based off of definition you gave. Just because they don't understand the word. Because in debate, if you don't understand the word, it's not up for your opponent to answer it for you. You have to figure it out yourself. Got it?
What if you're a nice opponent?
Also, your maths is completely wrong. 10% of 23 is not 2.3%. It's every 2.3, alright? I get what you're trying to make there, just a little correction. It's fine. Just make sure you have your definitions, okay? Moving forward. Second speaker, you made a lot of questionable points, Lucas. I was left, I mean, you did make points, which is good, but you had no evidence or you had no explanation to further proof it. So most of my comments on you were question marks of what you said, like lack of cross-referencing. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by lack of original thought and creativity? But I get the points that you're trying to make there. But again, once again, all these negative harms of AI have no place in the case because your case line from the start wasn't set. Moving on to third speaker, AI. The main thing that you said that caught my eye was that AI shouldn't be the one to 100% write a story.
Yeah.
It should have human input.
Yeah.
That was something that is a good point, but it was written, I think, a bit too late in the case. So the third speaker shouldn't be the one to have to bring it up. So communicate with your team. Even if your teammates are not who you like talking to, you have to communicate with them and give them or let them know where your case line is going. Overall, you had plenty of points that would have worked and would have actually won you the debate if it weren't from the fact that the case line wasn't set from the start.
No.
Alright?
That's my fault.
No, it's not your fault. It's a team. Alright? Anyways, take the feedback with a grain of salt. Do not take it to heart. This is just for you to improve. Thank you very much. You can end the recording.